Female nature is all the rage these days. It's the topic of podcast discussions and arguments, and it's the most popular trend on TikTok thanks to our boy,
the Top G.
That guy deserves to be on a monument somewhere along with me and the other gods for sure. However, most of the discussion online happening around female nature, attraction, how men can compete in the modern dating game is often misunderstood, exaggerated, and flat out wrong. And since I'm Zeus the god, I figured I'd set the record straight once and for all and show you the 3 most important truths about female nature that you must accept if you want to thrive in the modern dating game. Alright, here we go. Truth number 1. You are disposable and replaceable. Jesus, Zeus, that's kind of harsh. Well, let me explain. An attractive girl can have her pick of basically any man. If she deems you unfit, she's gonna throw you aside for someone else. An attractive 21-year-old girl has the power to be on a millionaire's yacht, at every table at the fanciest nightclub, and invited on dates with celebrities, just by the sheer fact of her looks. This is not a bad thing. There is nothing wrong with this, it's just how it is.
However, the same is not often true for men.
In order for a 21-year-old man to get the same level of access, he needs to be extremely rich and extremely famous, and have accomplished a lot by the young age of 21 to even get half the access an attractive girl does. Because an attractive girl has so much access to men and her options are limitless, women tend to see men as disposable or replaceable, in the context of romantic relationships anyway. She has so many options that she can afford to say, I don't feel like texting this guy back, so I'm not. Oh well, there's 3,000 other guys who will talk to me today. Now, like I said, none of this is a bad thing. This doesn't make women evil or bad. If anything, it makes us guys dumb for valuing women so strongly on their looks. But that's how we're designed. Looks are captivating, beauty is beautiful, getting angry over your natural instincts is futile. Understand it, and then use that information to get what you want. Okay, number 2. You have to be valuable in order to receive value. Women have to perceive you as valuable before they're willing to give you the time of day. You have to give them value in order to get it in return. Now, here's the cool thing. This can be through multiple ways. You can max out your looks by going to the gym, improving your style, getting a sick haircut, the basic stuff everyone knows. A strong and handsome guy is going to be valued more by women than a short, ugly, fat guy. But luckily for you, a lot of these factors you have direct control over. So stop being a lazy couch potato and take back control over them. I mean, come on, chicks have eyes too, alright? You can max out your social value by becoming a man of status, being well known in your city or area, having lots of Instagram followers, or just being a charismatic and interesting guy who's fun to be around. You can be really funny, that's a social value as well. You can max out your perceived value as a boyfriend or provider by having lots of money and being financially successful. This brings value to the girl in the form of security, providing her unique life experiences and providing her the bragging rights and ego boost of being with a guy who's financially well off. This does not mean you should take girls on expensive vacations or dinners on the first date, but the fact that you can is a turn-on for girls, and it often makes them chase you because they know if they prove themselves a good partner, you can provide them with an excellent quality of life. And I know the armchair red pill philosophers love to complain about female nature, but if you just listen for the last few minutes, you see that almost everything women value you on is directly in your control. So if women don't value you in romantic relationships, then it's your own fault. GG bro, get good at the game. Or spend all day complaining about women and dating online like a nerd, whatever makes you happy. And to clarify, you don't need to be rich or famous or have a six-pack to be good at dating. Life is more complex than that. Everyone knows a friend or a guy who's not rich and famous, but he somehow seems to get any girl he wants. It's because his social value, his game, his charisma, perhaps his looks is enough to get him success. Very few girls are actually hooking up with rich and famous guys regularly because there are only so many rich and famous guys around, which means that although dating is competitive, it's an entirely possible thing for you, someone who is not rich and famous, to date attractive girls on a regular basis. And I know I'm Zeus and can take anybody's girl, but trust me bro, these days I don't have any time to date every girl, so don't worry. I'll have just enough ladies for my subscribers. I know personally because I've dated attractive girls regularly when I was young, broke, and in college and living in a tiny bedroom with a twin-size bed. I did just fine with the ladies back then. You can too. You just need to hone your value and stop complaining and worrying about other guys' value and the fact that you're not rich and famous yet. Okay, number 3. Women are inherently valuable based on their looks. Men are only valuable based on what they bring to society. If you're a guy who's never done anything in his life, you might as well be invisible. This is not the same if you're a girl. Like we've already established, at first glance, women are valued based on their beauty regardless of their personality. The same isn't true for men. You must build your value high enough so that you can be acknowledged by the world and the people around you. Upon hearing this, lots of guys take a defeatist attitude. They think it's not even worth trying to change themselves and improve their life. Instead, they complain. They say dating is harder than ever. It's unfair that women have the advantage, that women get what they want and men have to settle for what they can get. I mean, OMG, I just threw up a little bit in my mouth, but the hard truth is that this is how it's been since the beginning of time. In the caveman days, women choose their mates based on who could best provide protection and resources. The game hasn't changed. If you're complaining, you're just complaining about how it's always been. But if you see this truth for what it is, if you take it as a call to action, a call to turn yourself into the best man you can be, your dating life will be solved. Okay, good talk. Hey, the Zeus man's got a jet. Talk to you later. Zeus out.